Hi everyone, good to see you again. Today's recipe is an egg roll in a bowl. I don't know how many of you like egg rolls. I love them, but they can be a bit time consuming to make. So this is a fast and easy way to make all those wonderful fillings without the hassle of wrapping them all up into little tiny packets. So let's get started. We are going to first of all start over at the stove to get the meat frying. You don't have to use meat for this dish. I like it, so I'm going to use it. Traditionally, egg rolls are made with pork, so I'm using I'm using a honey garlic pork sausage that I had. You could use ground pork. You could make it if you wanted to make a vegetarian or a vegan version. You could do it with lentils. Of course, for me, always lentils. So we're just going to get this, I'm going to start this browning over medium high heat on my frying pan. Get it all broken up. I've got this great chopper that I use from Pampered Chef. It's awesome for breaking down meat as you're frying it up. Going. Get it all broken up, and we're going to let that sit there for a minute or two while we go back over here to get the rest of our ingredients done. Now, calls for bagged coleslaw. Super easy way to make this meal in a hurry. I happen to have cabbage that I had left over, so I chopped it up myself, grated up some carrots. If you've got that, fabulous. If you don't, that's okay. A bag of coleslaw works too. So we need some diced onion. So we're going to dice this up. Remember I showed you, we've got it all ready to go. This great little tip of leaving the stem end on the onion lets you keep it intact. And we also need garlic. So here's my tip for peeling garlic. Cut off the end that all the roots grow out of. And then squish it with the blade of your knife. And it literally pops out of the skin. If you've got a garlic press, by all means use that. If not, your knife works very well. You can just chop it all up. Better for me with my poor old arthritic fingers, but I certainly understand the ease and convenience of using a garlic press. So this gets all nicely chopped up. This is a really fine chop, technically called a mince. There you go. And then we also need ginger. Now, I peeled this. This is fresh ginger. Something I like to do is grab my ginger and then just throw the whole knob in the freezer because I don't use a whole lot of it. It's nice to have it on hand. I like to have fresh. So I peeled it this time. This is fresh, and we're just going to grate it. But if you have it frozen, I don't even bother peeling it. I just freeze it and bring it out of the freezer and grate away, peel and all. So we need ginger for both the egg rolls and the sauce. So I'm going to grate up a little extra right now. And I'm going to set aside in this little bowl for mixing up the sauce what I need. So it calls for 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger with the sauce. So that's, or 2 teaspoons I should say. That's going in there. And then we're going to take the rest of this back over to the stove, and we're going to take our soy sauce and our vinegar and head over. that. And then to add oil. I don't understand that. Why would you not just use the oil that's already in the frying pan? Which is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do this all at once. I'm going to throw this in here with the meat. And get it cooking away. Ginger and garlic and onions. How yummy is that? Mine's going to have a little bit of extra sweetness to it, as I said, because I used the honey garlic sausage. If you were just using plain pork, you wouldn't have that. And let that simmer for a minute or two. And now we're going to throw in our coleslaw mix. Give this another little quick stir. Throw in the coleslaw. If you've got a wok, that's ideal for this. I think I'm just going to have to invest in one. We're also going to add our soy sauce and our vinegar at this point. A little extra moisture helps the cabbage to steam and soften up. You don't want to overcook it. You want it nice and crispy and crunchy. So we're going to put in a couple tablespoons or teaspoons, I should say, of soy sauce. A little bit of vinegar, teaspoon of vinegar. Give that another stir and let it do its magic. You could serve this over rice if you want for a good complete meal. I happen to like it just in a big bowl, just like this. Okay, and then we're going to season it with salt and pepper. So keep in mind that your soy sauce has got a fair bit of sodium in it already, so you want to go easy on the salt, if at all. I mean, that's really up to you. I tend to salt everything. So, give it a taste first, though. That's always the important thing. You want to taste it before you add any salt and see just what it needs. You know, to be honest, I don't think that needs any salt. I'm going to add a little bit more soy sauce to it, though. It's really important that you taste your food as you go, because you want to be able to adjust the seasoning while you can, and seasonings taste differently when they're cooked into food than they do, especially salt. Okay, we're going to let this simmer for a minute. Steam up. It's almost finished. What I want to do now is go back over here and make up the sauce that goes on the top. This is a lovely way to drizzle. So, we've already put our ginger in here. Oh, I need the soy sauce. So we're going to use plain Greek yogurt. You can use coconut cream if you have it. You could mix it with sour cream. You use plain Greek yogurt, you'll get a nice tart finish to it. If you use coconut cream, you'll get a little bit of sweetness from the coconut cream. If you like that little bit of sweetness and don't have coconut cream and want to use the Greek yogurt, put a pinch of sugar in it. So we mix up the ginger, the cream, or the yogurt, I should say. We're going to put in a little bit of sour cream. This is not sour cream. This is soy sauce. Don't listen to me, watch me. And mix that all up. This is one of those times I wish I had a baby whisk. Okay. And again, you can season it with salt and pepper if you like, or not. I'm just going to give it a little taste, see how it tastes. So good. So good. And while we're at it, we're going to chop up the green onion, because this is a nice way to finish it all. I've only got one green onion here because I'm just going to plate one bowl of it for you. Save the rest for later. Okay, here's our green onion. And I think we're probably pretty darn good over here. Should be well done. Everything's softened, nice and hot. Cabbage is still yummy and crisp. So we're going to turn the heat on, plate it up into a beautiful bowl. A beautiful bowl. A friend of mine is a potter. Okay. So it goes in the bowl like this. We'll drizzle some of this yummy sauce over the top. Sprinkle some green onions on it. Sesame seeds if you've got it, which I don't, but that would be a lovely finish on it. And voila, egg roll in a bowl. So I hope you really enjoy that, and let me know how it works for you. Take care.